Live from KPRC, this is Channel 2 News at 6.
Developing right now at 6, a man behind the wheel of an SUV shot and killed in a possible road rage attack on Christmas Eve.
And tonight, deputies need the public's help finding the person who pulled the trigger in the Spring area. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm Christine Noel. The driver was found this morning at a gas station en route in Gosling, just north of the Grand Parkway in northwest Harris County.
Channel 2's Mario Diaz is live on the scene. Mario, have detectives said if there might be surveillance video of this attack?
Keith, not only have they said that there is video, but they've also obtained it. They retrieved it from the gas station, according to one of the workers there that I spoke with. But keep in mind, this is a very complex crime, and that is only one piece to a challenging puzzle.
Today at approximately 10 a.m., Harris County Sheriff's Office units were dispatched to Gosling and State Highway 99 in reference to a shooting.
What started on the road ended in a parking spot at a Spring gas station.
We don't know if it occurred on State Highway 99 or if it occurred on Gosling, somewhere south of here.
Harris County Sheriff's Office investigators also uncertain of what led up to this white SUV getting pumped with multiple rounds.
The vehicle's been struck at least 3 times.
Homicide detectives worked the scene and secured surveillance video in search of answers. The exact circumstances that fueled this homicide, uncertain.
We're not sure if this was a road rage or if he was shot somewhere else and drove to this location.
With a wound to the torso, the male victim managed to call 911 once parked, but died later after being transported via life flight to Herman Hospital.
He was able to get on the phone and make the phone call prior to losing consciousness.
The victim did not provide much to his story before succumbing to his fatal wound, which makes solving this case that much more challenging for investigators.
We're not really sure, what the circumstances were about, where he's going or where he's doing, but we expect, family members to be contacting us at some point when he doesn't show up.
And homicide detectives also added that if the public has any kind of information or if they may have seen something that may have sparked their interest in this vicinity around 10 o'clock this morning, they're asking for the public to reach out to the Harris County Sheriff's Office or to Crime Stoppers. Live in North Harris County, Mario Diaz, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
That case of road rage was in Harris County's jurisdiction, but it's an epidemic within the city of Houston as well. Police Chief Ari Alexander told Channel 2 earlier this month that cases of road rage were up 33% this year.
And it was just over 2 weeks ago when the chief announced that state troopers were being brought in to help crack down on cases of road rage. Governor Greg Abbott approved the measure. Troopers have been deployed to so-called hotspots identified by HPD.
It was an attack that angered the Houston community. A bar employee smashed over the head with a glass when he asked a customer to put on a face mask. But tonight, the man captured in the bar surveillance video was photographed by another camera, the one taking his mugshot. The man arrested is Patrick Kelly. He's now charged with assault. Channel 2's Joel Eisenbaum is live downtown. Joel, the suspect went before a judge this afternoon. Has he been able to post bond yet?
Yes, that process is moving pretty quickly for Patrick Kelly. In fact, he has posted bond, but he is not yet processed out of the jail. When he does, he'll pop right out of that door over my shoulder. He has 2 charges he's looking at. One is the assault charge you're talking about. The other is drug possession. And yes, we were there when he was in court today.
Mr. Kelly's 32 years old. He has no criminal history. This is his
appearing with his mask on correctly, finally. The man accused of refusing to do just that in a Houston bar Monday, then smashing a glass on an employee's head, was quite polite to the judge.
Right now. I'm sorry. My apologies.
32-year-old Patrick Camden Kelly of Sugar Land was arrested Thursday morning after a traffic stop. Court testimony states Kelly was wearing Southwest Airlines coveralls when he was arrested, and police say they found cocaine on him.
0.1 grams of powder cocaine that fell from his hands and onto the floor.
Joshua Vaughn is the bar employee who got 10 stitches out of this whole thing after he repeatedly asked Kelly to pull up his mask and wear it correctly at the Grand Prize Bar in the Museum District Monday night.
Other than a kind of constant headache, it's not as bad as it could have been, so I'm thankful for that.
There was plenty of surveillance video of the perpetrator in the bar, even supposed getaway video. And the attack with a glass tumbler all started with a simple request
for a patron to pull his mask up over his nose.
I went to go tell him that we were going to have to ask him to leave if he can't keep his mask on. And he came out of the bathroom, and right in the middle of that sentence, he just, without saying anything, just came and smashed me with the glass and ran out the front door.
Today we learned in court that Kelly was formerly with the U.S. Navy. His next court date will be on Monday. We're live downtown. I'm Joel Eisenbaum, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
All right, Joel, thank you. Getting a live look now outside on this Christmas Eve. It's turning out to be a beautiful evening after a beautiful day as families await the arrival of Santa.
Yeah, he probably would have enjoyed the sunshine and blue skies that we had today. It's going to be a pretty clear night for him, I think, tonight. Eric, what's it looking like for Santa?
Well, you know, we're a very hospitable people here in Texas.
Always,
Indeed.
Of course.
You know, he's from the North Pole, so he doesn't like it too warm, so we're going to bring him some nice chilly weather.
There you go.
For his trip through Texas. It's beautiful outside. Hopefully you like a little bit of a chill heading into the Christmas holiday. We've got that tonight. Temperatures dropping into the 40s. We're still at 50 in Sugar Land, 51 degrees Galveston, 47 degrees in Houston. Area-wide, we're seeing more and more temperatures dropping into the 40s. The wind is beginning to relax. We're going to have a nice quiet night tonight, a peaceful, still night. Skies are clear, and that is the recipe for a rather chilly overnight. In fact, temperatures dropping into the 30s overnight, 39 degrees at midnight. And yes, we're going to see a light freeze in some places. My little buddy Frosty is big into light freezes. And, well, we don't have Frosty. He was going to be here, but yeah, I don't think so. All right, so as far as your forecast goes, it is chilly tonight for all the snowmen out there. Christmas cheer tomorrow, great looking forecast, and a winning weekend straight ahead. 10-day forecast, stay tuned.
Frosty will roll in here just momentarily. Eric, thank you. And just a reminder, you can track the weather anytime you want by downloading our free weather app. Simply search KPRC in your mobile app store. Tonight, the state of Texas is allowing hospitals and clinics to move into the next phase of the coronavirus vaccine rollout.
That includes the elderly and people with serious conditions who are at a greater risk for serious effects from the coronavirus. Cancer patients, people who are obese, and women who are pregnant, all included in the list.
But we're finding the doctors hold the discretion of who can receive the shots and when they can get vaccinated.
Brandon Walker live at United Memorial Medical Center in North Houston. So, Brandon, why is that?
Yeah, well, the answer, Keith, is that there just isn't enough version of either version of the vaccine to go around to everyone who would qualify under Phase 1B.
This is supply and demand dependent.
And supply is no match for demand right now, says Dr. Joseph Verone of United Memorial Medical Center. Phase 1 being rolled out drives home that point even further.
What are we talking about? Those people who are over the age of 65. Those people that have any pre-existing condition that can put them at higher risk, people that have cancers, people that have uncontrolled sugar diabetes, bad blood pressure issues.
But that's a broad swath, Dr. Verone says, and doctors will have to use their discretion in prioritizing who within that category should be vaccinated first. Inquiries are piling up.
I have probably 500 emails in the last 24 hours of people that say, hey, could you please somehow put us ahead of the, on top of the list.
Yay, we got the vaccine. Calls are pouring into area pharmacies, too. HEB began rolling out Moderna's vaccine to its Houston area pharmacies today. HEB is not in Phase 1B currently. It's vaccinating healthcare workers solely till otherwise advised. No walk-ins, vaccinations by appointment only.
We will have a electronic sign-up system set up.
Texas's version of 1B differs from the CDC's recommendations on a few points. The biggest is not including what's referred to as essential frontline workers, police, teachers, others. Kevin Hattery is CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Houston. Its 200 or so employees have been working with children throughout the pandemic.
We would like to be considered along at the same time that the education sector is considered in terms of being part of the early prioritization for the vaccine.
Some states are prioritizing their lineup based on supply along with need, and some a tightrope.
We're going to have to be very intentional about who we reach out to initially. So we'll be reaching out to our patients, and it will be by a scheduled process only.
And Dr. James McCarthy, their chief physician executive for Memorial Hermann Hospital, adds, however, that they are still in the first rollout, Phase 1A. When they get to Phase 1B, they will start contacting those patients. And he says down the line, what he hopes to do is have drive-through locations for people to get vaccinated. Dr. Verone wants to do that, too, in parking lots just like this one. Live on the north side tonight, I'm Braden Walker, KPRC Channel 2 News.
All right, Brandon, thank you. And those vaccines come as Southeast Texas is experiencing a surge when it comes to new COVID cases and hospitalizations.
Yeah, we begin with the highest single-day total of new cases reported by the Texas Medical Center. 4,038 cases were reported yesterday across the Med Center's 9-county region.
In the meantime, even more people are testing positive for the coronavirus. The Med Center's positivity rate went up again today to 9.8%.
The number of people hospitalized in intensive care also went up across the region from 375 to 388. They account for 28% of all ICU hospitalizations. Med Center ICUs are at 106% of their base capacity, with more beds being brought in to handle the increase.
We have an entire section on our website dedicated to news about the coronavirus and the vaccines. Just go to click2houston.com/vaccine. They are Christmas traditions that really show just how generous and giving Houstonians really are.
Next at 6, the meals and the toys delivered to some very grateful families. Ari?
James Harden is in quarantine, but he's still dreaming of ways to get out of Houston. Coming up in sports, I'll tell you the 2 new cities Harden could play for next.
And we are tracking Santa on this Christmas Eve. St. Nick is flying overseas right now.
We're going to check in to see how close he's getting to our neck of the woods. That's coming up next on Channel 2 News at 6.
They are 2 Christmas time traditions in Houston with the same goal, to lend a helping hand to local families.
And the generosity was on display today with the annual Super Feast downtown and Poncho Claus handing out gifts to children. Rochelle Turner is live downtown. Rochelle, what are families saying about today's events?
Well, Keith, they said the events were a blessing and they were grateful for the help. Organizers say they're just doing their part this holiday season. It was the day before Christmas.
Poncho Claus has a list, and he checks it twice.
And all through this parking lot.
But we give to everybody, whether they're naughty or nice.
Poncho Claus himself brought Christmas joy to families and children at his 40th annual toy distribution.
The need is there. You know, it's just that simple.
And inside Poncho's workshop, all of his helpers are hard at work. All of the toys you see here are for members in the community.
So grateful. We've gone through some hard times and also a loss in the family recently, so he's done an amazing job and making my kids so happy this year, and I'm so grateful.
Representative Sheila Jackson Lee was also there as cars lined up and trunks were filled.
So I just wanted to be a place just to continue to give joy on this Christmas Eve and to let people know we care about you.
There you go. City leaders also making spirits bright at the 42nd annual Super Feast.
Merry Christmas.
Thousands of families received boxes of food and toys.
Really thankful. Thank you. Thank you. It's really good for the kids, for everybody, for the family.
The pandemic may have changed things, but one thing remains true.
Merry Christmas.
And the giving doesn't stop there. Poncho Claus will have a toy cruise tomorrow with deputies in Precinct 6. It starts at noon. That's the very latest. Reporting here in downtown tonight, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Rochelle, thank you. With Christmas just hours away, Houstonians headed out in hopes of finding that perfect gift before stores closed.
Yeah, Sky 2 is over several malls across our area today, including the Galleria, Memorial City Mall, and First Colony Mall, where cars pack the parking lots. Most major malls in the Houston area close their doors at 6 o'clock this evening.
And the weather certainly was good for some last-minute shopping. We can't complain. They're a little chilly, but you know.
Definitely chillier and windier than it was yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. We were expecting the breeze, and boy, did it deliver. And the temperatures, too. With temperatures below normal by about 10 degrees, and with that wind, it certainly did put you in the spirit of the holiday, didn't it? Yeah, you had seen this picture earlier. You like the little chubby legs, don't you, Christine?
I know, what a cutie pie.
Yeah, this is baby Hunter, first Christmas, very cool here. Lila's first Christmas, too. One night away, she's waiting for Santa. We've got Olivia, who is pointing out her mask and toilet paper ornaments for this year.
Well done, Olivia.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, we've got Rudy, Truman, and Lucy waiting for Santa. And then finally, this is Timmy, Tommy and Teddy.
We know they're always ready.
Oh, yeah. They are all ready for the holiday.
Wonderful Click-2 pins today.
Yes, lots of Click-2 pins. Keep them coming. We'll show you more at 10 o'clock. Of course, you can get Frank's Free Forecast app and see them all yourself. Downtown looking pretty good. Actually, this is uptown, the Williams Tower there in the background. Temperatures at 40s and low 50s, so we're beginning to drop as far as temperatures go. Temperatures across the board in the 40s and low 50s. Not a huge range in temperatures. We're looking at 51 Galveston, 45 in Conroe, and an even 40 in Cleveland. We've got the wind that's really, really beginning to quiet down. We had breezy conditions all day long. As soon as the sun set, the wind really kind of collapsed, and we're looking at a very peaceful night. Temperatures in the 40s during the evening hours, 30s overnight. Great for Santa. Low temperatures tomorrow morning. A degree or two below freezing possible north and west of town. So Columbus over toward Katy, as far north as Huntsville, Livingston, Cleveland. You can see temperatures 31, 32 degrees. A light freeze, not too much to worry about, but you may want to cover the delicate plants just to be on the safe side. Your futurecast, though, Friday, sunshine. Temperatures warming up quickly by lunchtime, up close to 60 degrees. We should wind up in the mid-60s for Christmas afternoon. It's going to be a beautiful day. Whatever plans you have, if they include being outside, you should have no trouble whatsoever. Texas looking great. The East Coast is just awful. We've got rain, we've got snow. Not a good sight for them. They've got flooding potential. They've got just every kind of bad weather you can think of. The East Coast is dealing with it. So not a good picture for them heading into the Christmas holiday. But again, here in Texas, high pressure keeping us looking great. We do have a warming trend through the weekend as high pressure slips off to the east. We begin to see a return flow off the Gulf of Mexico, slightly more humid. Temperatures eventually make it into the 70s on Sunday, so a steadily increasing forecast for you from Thursday through the weekend. 54 Thursday, 64 Friday, 68 Saturday, and 74 Sunday. Conspicuously missing is rainfall through the weekend. That begins on Monday, 20% chance, 30% chance on Tuesday, and then Wednesday looks like our best chance for rain as a cold front comes through. It'll be, I think, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, but that 60% chance for rain, and temperatures taken down as we start 2021. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, both looking very nice.
We like the sound of that, Eric. Thank you.
Without a doubt. All right, Ari Alexander in for Randy tonight. Hey, Ari.
Hey, guys. Coming up next in sports, lots of Christmas Eve football. But first, James Harden adds a couple of teams to his trade list, expanding the possibilities. And Eric, do not go away, because Houston's most dominant high school football team looking to add another state championship run. That's ahead in sports.
The hope, the pandemic, the tragedies, the movements, the scandals, the campaigns, the people, the stories that defined the year 2020. All this week, only on KPRC 2 News at 10.
Our Christmas weather is warming up. I'll have your hour-by-hour forecast.
Most stores are closed on Christmas Day. We'll tell you the few that are open.
Getting a new phone, 4 things you need to do before trading in or selling your old one. Friday morning on Channel 2 News Today.
Welcome to the Xfinity Sports Desk. James Harden is quarantined, but that doesn't mean he's not making headlines. The Rockets star has reportedly added 2 more potential trade destinations to his demands, according to The Athletic. Harden is now being open to being traded to the Boston Celtics or the Portland Trail Blazers, along with his previous requests of Brooklyn, Philadelphia, Miami, and Milwaukee. Harden set to play Saturday with the Rockets against those Trail Blazers. We'll have more as it develops. Strange times for bowl games as the 3-4 Houston Cougars play against Hawaii. Hawaii is normally in the Hawaii Bowl, but they can't play in the Hawaii Bowl, so they're in the New Mexico Bowl, which is actually being played in Texas, if you're following all of that. Yeah, Cougars trying to end the season at 500 against the Rainbow Warriors, down 21-7 early, but they would come back. Clayton Tune to Christian Trahan, and the lead down to 1 score, but Hawaii on the ensuing kickoff. Calvin Turner is going to break a big one, and Turner turns it on. The kick return touchdown, and the Rainbow Warriors put away the Cougars 28-14. Houston finishes 3-5 on the year. North Shore continuing its march to a 3rd straight 6A state title. They face Katy Tompkins. Demetrius Davis dominant in this one. End zone early makes it 6-0, and then Davis doing it through the air too. He's going to go for the underrated Charles King, the Houston Baptist signee. 20-0 North Shore. Katy Tompkins trying to come back in this one. Jalen Milroe, he's headed to Alabama, and Marquise Shoulders headed to the end zone. 20-7 the lead for North Shore, but Davis and the Mustangs close it out 47-22. the final. North Shore is on to the regional finals. Clear Falls taking on Katy Taylor in the regionals, and Davis taking the ball up the middle for the touchdown. 7-0 Knights. Down 9-7 late. Riley Carlton, 33-yard field goal is good, and that's the difference by 1. Clear Falls beats Katy Taylor 10-9, and we've got plenty more high school football action coming up tonight at 10. A little bit more context on what is going on. All the like 7 things going on with James Harden and the Rockets.
Yeah, that's a saga for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Ari, thank you. All right, we are tracking Santa coming up next. Christmas Eve Mass was held at St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City this evening. If you missed the service, you can catch it again starting at 10:34 p.m. tonight right here on KPRC Channel 2, immediately following the news at 10.
You also can watch Cardinal Daniel DiNardo's Christmas Day Mass tomorrow at 10 a.m. from the Cathedral of the Sacred Heart on KPRC 2, and it's streamed live on click2houston.com. In the meantime, we are tracking Santa on this Christmas Eve. This is a live map courtesy of NORAD. Right now, the big man is flying over some islands in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
He is making some wonderful time, as you might imagine. He's expected to be dropping gifts in Houston in just a matter of hours. You can track Santa on our website, click2houston.com. The article is right there on the front of our homepage.
All right, so kids will have to be going to sleep in Houston pretty soon.
I know, a couple of hours away. It turned out to be a really beautiful Christmas Eve, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of a little on the brisk side, but the blue sky, gorgeous weather out there. Now, 47 degrees. We've got clear skies into this evening. It's going to get cold overnight, down into the 30s, in fact. So tomorrow morning, sunrise 7:15 at sunrise. We're looking at temperatures very close to freezing. Light freeze possible north and west of town. But look at that warm up mid-60s on Christmas afternoon. Lots of sunshine. In fact, this entire weekend coming up is looking great. Rain holds off until Monday at the earliest, cold front next Wednesday.
Okay. Thank you, Eric. Entertainment Nights coming up next.
We'll see you again at 10 o'clock. Have a wonderful evening.